CIA Papa John. Long before Papa John's Pizza, there was a used car salesman named John William Peters, born May 29, 1941 in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Then he grew up in Mount Pleasant, then went hell-bent. He had a hole in his heart. At 18, he had surgery, scar for proof, proudly bragging about it all the time. Crazy John. He lost his appendix, and they had my tonsils taken out at age 3, along with a lot of kids, so my third eye would die. Mom was crazy with Pine Sol and bleach, cleaning the house all day with dark shadows, the brain that wouldn't die on TV. Hair dye under a bag on her head, drinking wine while I dug holes in the front yard, making garages for my stolen Matchbox cars. They all live in hate. A human heart cannot handle it. Tragedy, don't let this happen to you. There's plenty worse than being lied to all your life, right down to the family one wakes up to every day at infancy. Even though nothing ever jived with these hicks from Michigan, I called my mom and dad, sisters, the little bro I taught to dress. I was 7 and flying planes with dad and teaching his kid how to skate at 3. I was 10 from a divorced family. Now in 1971, dad cheated on mom at the car lot where he worked, Skycrest Motors, SC. In Upland, California, we had matching Mustangs in the driveway, a kidney pool I watched them build in our backyard, shuffleboard court, a b-ball hoop, swings, pool table, homemade ice cream, water skiing on the lakes, flying back east many times, also on trains. My first road trip was at 12. I was getting good on my skateboard. I was getting too good on my skateboard, so that my CIA family had me move to the beach, 43rd Street, Newport. After summer 73, I was surfing all day and skate late afternoons till dark. School started. I went to Ensign Junior High on the beach a couple of months and got in a fight, and off to Fitz Junior High in Fountain Valley. I lived number 12, Lilac Way, skating every day. I had many dogs living with John Peters. All of them die in weeks, days, or a few months. I named them all after booze. Fake Dad's drinks. Fake Dad drinks. I had mostly German Shepherds. A few mutts, vodka, whiskey, bourbon, wild turkey, Bacardi, and rum. Also rummy. A few vodkas, 2 whiskeys. No drug names yet for pets. Mom says, "Hey there, Dwayne. I heard you really like your school and friends. How would you like to visit my family in Coleman? It's not even on the map. It's such a small town. And you will stay with my brother Dave in the countryside." I said, "Sure, Mom. Just for the summer 74, right?" I rode with 2 pedo truckers with a Peter meter in the sleeper. Peterbilt truck, kinda worn out. Like the drivers. I rode shotgun while drivers slept. We got there in 2.5 days with 2 breakdowns. I ended up staying all year. I went to Brenda's 100-year-old school when she was a kid. We had a creek, a river, many trees, the woods all around us. We had chickens. We lived in a trailer on 3 acres of land. Uncle Dave was a carpenter with 2 sons, a daughter. We worked on a big 2-story house every weekend. all year. They moved into it right after I flew home. I believe it, and believe it or not, I played on the football team as an offensive two-back. I got a few long-range touchdowns, and I was a right defensive safety. I made a 90-yard return once, and I loved the rush of the audience, the cheers. Fuck, I was like, oh, I like that, there's power. I loved living in all 4 seasons back then. Real snow all winter. The trees were bare in the fall, and the ground got frozen. The Bailey hole where we swam with snapping turtles and occasional leeches froze over so we could ice skate on it. We used wooden snowplows to shape a round track on the river. We snowmobile rode with other families down huge trails for miles in the woods. We shot and cleaned a deer. We grinded venison with hamburger. We made jams, root cellar preserves. We ate and helped kill rabbits on a farm, picked apples from tons of trees, and learned the different delicious Jonathans. A very beautiful place. Oh yeah, that baby toddler in the old Thrasher mags falling out of the car door. Well, that was me. Tragedy. I was 4 or so, and maybe 3. No, I was 4, but I got my tonsils out. We went there so much. So I was 4 or so. Grandpa Coleman, look, John's dad was named Coleman. Brenda grew up in Coleman. Big car. Okay, Grandpa Coleman, big car, and we were driving through the mountains, and we hit a winding road. I was next to the door that blew open on the right side on a left-hand turn, and I was sliding right out. We were going fast, and I was gone. I mean, I was going out the door, and couldn't hold on, no seatbelt, and wham, something threw me back in my seat, and the car door slammed and locked itself. I was totally cool, like, what? Like, what? I was actually acting like I didn't want to get in trouble. Dead silence of 4 adults, and my sister was fat adults, really fat, the Peters family. And my sister was up front with the very fat, very smelly, sweaty grandparents. I always wondered, what the fuck on those tragedy ads? How the fuck could anyone know about that shit? How? Satan scrap. CIA. Short story. But I did. I used to be like, my conclusion was I wasn't the only kid that was flying out car door. That couldn't have just been me. But it was, lo and behold. Alright. This story's for $100, all these pages. If anybody wants to help me out. That's the tragedy story. It's probably like 5-6 pages. Hit me up if you want this